I wanted to. I was riffing on something about personal responsibility, I think, and I don't know how I got there, but I forgot what I was gonna say. It was pretty good though. Oh, okay. So, this green screen needs to be the other way, huh? Because it doesn't get anything in. Okay, so I'm gonna have to turn the green screen another way, and I always got this right here. So maybe the green screen should be just hanging from that wall, huh? Let's try that. See how that freaking looks. Stretch. There we go. Stretch Cunningham. Okay, whatever. So, I'm gonna have to go somewhere, right? Hanging from the ceiling about here if I want to not move anything. Alright, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a green screen hanging from the ceiling. But not from this edge, from the other edge. Okay. I think I was talking about just being a transparent person and just being and knowing what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and not in the entertainment business, mostly I think in acting, not so much in selling your music. I haven't sold any music yet, but I will. Selling your music or playing live, yes, I've done that, being in bands, yes. But as far as making money, there's this beggar's attitude when they're actors. Like they're begging to be helped. That's bullshit. Fuck that. Just know exactly who the fuck you are. The one thing that you do the best, second thing you might do okay. Maybe do two things great. But one thing you do good, and find other people that can see that in you and know how to promote that. My thing is, I think my biggest, if it was like entertainment wise, I don't really want to be an actor. I can act, but I don't love it. I'm not passionate about it. To me, from where I'm sitting as being a musician, always going for just true emotion and feeling. Acting doesn't get that, doesn't hit it for me like how music does, or being funny. Comedy, to me, I know it's acting, but I don't look at it as acting. Improv, funny, that just seems natural. I'm not saying that I'm funny. I'm kind of funny, but I'm not the greatest, but it just seems natural. Acting seems contrived to me. I don't care. I don't want anybody to tell me what I should do. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you how I feel. I love music. I love comedy. I don't care about acting. But there's a lot of acting in music. And there's a lot of acting in comedy, especially these days. Okay? So, whenever I'm out in public and there's a group of people and nothing going on, I feel like, what the fuck? Something has to happen. I get bored, or I get like, So when I was a kid, I was always the class clown. If there was a chance, or wasn't a chance, I'd always be making jokes or just doing something to just to liven shit up. Regular everyday life to me is just fucking boring. It's mundane. It's just existence. I'm not putting anyone down. If I'm putting anyone down, be putting me down, because I don't like it most of the time. Unless I'm doing something that's fun or productive or creative, life is just, I don't know. Eating? Showing pictures of your fucking food? Come on, people. Come on. Yeah. And, so, whenever I'm around people, either I'm funny, people laugh, or they just like looking at the fucking movements I make, or whatever, or just what comes to my mind. Oh, look at that. God damn. That's pretty nice. which I'm lucky to have a physique like this. It's just genetics and using your brain. I also get from people that I inspire them, or they look to me for leadership. Now, I think for me, the easiest thing for me and for another company or people or casting or production is for me to have a talk show, some sort of talk show where I interview people, speak to them the same way as I would speak to them in real life, and make it very just, you know, loose but professional, and have lots of music on there, and do SNL type skits. I know it sounds involved, but to me that's, you know, riffing like the old shows in the 70s, like the Dick Cavett show or Mike Douglas or Match Game. Yes, Match Game was a great fucking show. They riffed without being afraid of being politically incorrect. It was on regular television. They weren't afraid of saying the wrong thing or saying something political or racial or just that's fucked up. And it wasn't all scripted and pre-written by writers. I went and checked out this one show from Byron Allen, and he's a motherfucker. Apparently, you don't know he's how many 40, 50 shows. He's the only I think he's the only African American black man / person to own a television studio in Los Angeles, and that's huge. And more power to you. I'm just talking about one show. It was like it's kind of like a Hollywood Squares type show where you had 6, celebritas, Louis Anderson, John Lovitz, this Natasha, that comedian. She's really cute. She just had a baby 2 weeks prior, and she was on the show. She's a badass too. But anyway, celebrities are on the show, and then there's 2 people that they ask questions, true or false. Celebrities have these jokes, respond with these jokes, and there's an audience, but it's all preset jokes. Oh, Jack Hayes on there too. So hi. So everything's preset, but they deliver for example, true or false. Most people in the world would rather have a good meal than good sex. And, whatever. True. Good meal. And then they'd ask, the girl's like, Louis Anderson. Well, I know that. Whatever. I can remember the best buffet I ever had. I got buffeted so hard last night. Whatever. Some stupid shit like that. And then the audience is supposed to laugh at a certain degree of, and there's an audience wrangler out there. Now, if he's like, Louis Anderson, well, what was the line? They don't let that kind of shit go. It might be funny, and people laugh. No, but you have to do it again, do the right take to make it look like it's like improv. So shit today is so fucking sterile. And I think that's how I got to the personal responsibility. Oh, it's almost like, if you watch a TV show, oh, how you doing? When you watch I watch Jeopardy almost every night if I can. I love it. And I even watch Wheel of Fortune. But they're so antiseptic. They're so vanilla. They're so afraid of saying the wrong thing and getting sued or getting Facebooked or getting banned or whatever the fuck it is now. So no one wants to say anything on network television. We're back to the 50s. It's like the 50s now, where you wanted real shit, you had to go to the movies or go get some art house crap or black market stuff. Now it's the internet. But in the 50s, black market was a minority. Now the minority, which is the internet, is the majority. So that's why TV stations and stuff are just tripping, and they're going for the most wholesome and blanketish type, shows, and they don't want to offend anybody. It's like, no, when they say they don't want to offend anybody, it is not a person. It's the corporation or the new entity, which is this business. Business is the new America. America is business now. It's commerce. It's not political. It's not land of the free. It's land of the business. So when they say they don't let you speak up on TV, it's the business won't let you speak up on TV. So when you've taken your personal, you have no longer personal responsibility or control or even a say, and you put it all in the business. It's the same way as saying, oh, that wasn't me, that I got an A on that test, but thank the Lord, or that doctor that helped. I'm not saying believe in God or not. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm just saying why I think people believe in religions. Okay, yeah, they got an accident and my father was shot, whatever, and thank the Lord that he made it. Not the doctor or the ambulance driver or the fucking policeman or the bullet for not being bigger than it was. Is thank the Lord. So when you do that, you get rid of personal responsibility. You also get rid of stress. You get rid of the responsibility that stress brings. So you put it on someone else. So back to, America, television, media. Media and America are the same thing, by the way. No. And media means all media, not just the fake media. It means everything. And most of it is bullshit. Because when it first started, it was for one thing. It proliferated for entertainment. It's all entertainment. We want to be entertained. So, back to when you don't take any personal responsibility, you're a producer or something on a show, and you won't make a stand because, hey, you'll get fired and it'll be replaced by another cog because you were part of the machine. We all thought the machine was going to be the government. The machine was going to be like 1984, the government. The machine is media / retail. Business. Media is business, business is media. And movies and music are all getting sucked into this business vortex. And the thing is, business is like, how do we make more business? Well, by making people prettier. How do you make people prettier? You show it on video. And you show it, what do you use? Use tools, use video. You use music. You use political big heads like just people standing like Trump or Bernie Sanders or whoever, the Clinton, or whoever the latest fuck is. I'm not saying Bernie's a fuck, but everyone else. The latest, how do we suck people into this mind control? This you just constantly, you need more and more. We want your attention. How do we get your attention? I think that's what it is. The easiest way to say it, right? Attention is the real attention, where you actually spend money. Isn't that what everyone's trying to get? Isn't that the thing you have, which is worth more than the actual currency? Currency is an energy. So I don't care about having a lot of things, but I do want a lot of currency, which is energy. I would love to have millions of dollars and own hardly anything. Just the things that I needed in my life to keep on producing the currency energy, whether it's physical currency energy, monetary currency energy. So who gets that energy? Who gets that? Hey, I want to look at this, or I want to buy this. Who gets that attention? Oh, you like, I like the hand movement. Who gets all that attention? How do you get that attention? You get it by being few certain ways. Big, loud, brash. By making a decision, a stand. And, Donald Trump, whatever the fuck he is, he makes definite, always flip-flopping, but like definite decisions, just like you watch a TV show that it's a soap opera. Soap operas aren't that popular anymore because we've switched our soap opera attention from the fake to the so-called real. Like, oh, look at this politics. This is real. It's all fake too, but they give us what they want us to see, but what's really going on is not usually the same. So our attention's focused to the real life drama of the Washington Donald Trump show, which he was from The Apprentice, and he was from the tabloids. We used to watch him there. Then we watched him on Apprentice with some more people. Now we watch him on the political stage. Oh, look at that. So we're watching the Donald Trump show. And people that are for him probably will say, well, it's almost like watching a daily, your favorite character on that show, Monday through Friday. And on Monday, your character said, I'm never going to date that motherfucker again. And then Tuesday, in the middle, I love him. How can I ever not date him again? And then on Wednesday, oh no, my mother got in a car accident. She almost died. See, every time they're delivering the lines like it's the fucking truth. So he's an actor. Is he good? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But he's convincing. He delivers every line like it's the fucking that's it. And then that episode's over. The new episode might start in a fucking 10 minutes. And then in that episode, he delivers the same subject, but on the opposite end of the subject, but delivers it with the same conviction. 48 Hours, one of the greatest movies of all time. People said, I've never seen 48 Hours. Get the fuck out of here. Go watch 48 Hours. Murphy, Nolte. So anyway, Eddie Murphy, genius in that movie. Genius. Okay. He's out of jail and Nick Nolte takes him, he's a prisoner, takes him out of jail, brings him over to his captain. And then Eddie Murphy delivers this line, this great fucking line. It's like, he's standing up for Nick Nolte. He's like, you know what? This is one of the best cops you ever had. And and he just delivers this great, just beautiful, supportive speech about Nick Nolte's character. And then the sergeant, I think he was the same sergeant that used to be on Starsky and Hutch, the original, Sergeant Dobie. He's like, just because you say it with conviction, it don't mean shit to me. That's a good thing to live by. One of your tools in your book, in your bag of stuff when people start bullshitting to you. Like, just use it on me. Get rid of the way it's delivered and cut to the content. Just because it's delivered with conviction don't mean shit to me. Convict, and they call him a convict. So, we're more interested in the delivery style than the actual. We don't give a fuck about what the content is. No one can tell me what the fuck Donald Trump really stands for. You don't know. You don't know. You just like his style. And then the people that will admit that he's wrong, they'll have to admit that they're wrong. And the last thing a person wants to do is admit that they were fooled. That they've been fooled. They don't want to admit that. Some people just stick to their fucking dying day. No. Because they feel that everything's binary. Everything's left and right. Right or wrong. Good or bad. Devil, God, heaven, hell. It's not. It's not. You know what it is? You know what life is? Here, I'll tell you what life is. Right here. That's it. So, everything else is just your decision on life. Your decision that you're not wrong. Okay. But you're fucking wrong. Everybody who's for Donald Trump, thinking he's better for this country, better. If you're he's better in a positive way, then no, you're wrong. If you're saying, philosophically, it needs a wrecking ball. We need a wrecking ball to come in and just demolish the old ways and set about the new ways. Okay, I will give that maybe this guy is just the ball. He's not the philosophy behind it. He's the tool. He's a tool. Yeah. He's the tool. I mean, he's doing everything for himself. So if you want to straight up say, hey, maybe Donald Trump is going to make things a little better now because of all his dumb shit. Because of all this stupid, just baby shit. that people are like, all the Democrats are basically starting to win all over, and all the small, all the other races. Presidents doesn't mean anything anymore. We should have a parliament probably. President doesn't mean anything. It's too much assumed power for one fuck. And it's what we are. It's all fucks, because at the last day when the president dies and he's dead and he's fucking mumbling to himself, he's a fuck again. Okay? So you start out a baby and you end the baby, unless you shot. So everybody's a fuck in the end. Everyone's the best and everyone's a piece of shit at the same time. Okay? So, maybe we needed this evil. That's a stupid word. We need this demolition and a fire. Sometimes a fire is good for a forest. Sometimes it's good for things to get knocked down so you can rebuild. You see what's still standing. Things that are still standing, those are the strong things. Those are the good principles, whatever. You start rebuild from those. So, I got off base, but yeah. So anyway, I think I'm gonna put the green screen right behind me, hang it up there, and figure out some way to bring it up and down. Because I like sitting right here. My recording's right here. My guitar's right here. This is right here. I could do something where I go like this, put up a little higher. I'm recording video and shit, like, different angles of music videos. But I'm gonna have everything mostly right. Probably even right there. I'll just have it up there. And have the green screen behind me. Alright. Let's see how that works. And today, I got a Shure SM57 and a MPD 218 controller for triggering drums. I'd rather have a real electronic drum set, but I am trying to just everything organic. Just go down to the basics, like just melody, vocals, chorus, sweet verses, and then everything else is accompanying. I'm the brand. I'm the song, not me. Who just the deliverer. This is the deliverer. I just want to be a conduit. So this brand is deliver this sound, whatever this feeling is, and the words that go along with it. Tune up a little bit. We have so much media, so much television. It's funny. I can remember a lot of things back 19 whatever. I'm not gonna say, but I just remember a lot. And you ask people about things like 10 years ago, and they don't remember, like stuff that was on TV, or how phones were like 20 years ago. They have no idea we didn't have cell phones. Never saw this show, never heard this band, never heard this kind of music, never heard this, like, really? You live in media fuckville? And then these people that are working like in the industry, like if we ever do you're working on a bit large set, or and you start, hanging out, talking to people, and it's like, I understand if you're from a different country, but people from different countries, they know music. But when it comes to media, now maybe we're all learning about everyone else's stuff. But not long ago, most people in America had 3 channels. Not long ago. Okay? And then maybe your parents, people are watching that are like younger, under 15, or maybe, teens, 20s. Your parents, they had the beginnings of HBO, which started in 1973. But not everybody had cable. People in middle America didn't have fucking cable till like 90s, if that. I say the 90s. Cell phones and everything started picking up, and you watch the movie Napoleon Dynamite, and it looks like it's set in the 80s. My wife and I are watching it. It's set in 2004, 2005 Idaho. 2004, 5 Idaho. There's no cell phone. maybe there's one. There's no internet. There's a little bit of internet, but it's like our like 20 years before. So anyway, 20 years ago, there wasn't this gluttonous of media. It was a few channels, and then if you look at 20 years ago, let's just 20 years ago on NBC, 1998. Just thinking back right now, it was probably Seinfeld. They were in probably the top, one of their last years. They got offered into their last season $5 million. I think Jerry Seinfeld, a show, and the other guy's $1 million a show. And Jerry's like, $5 million a show. Because it was fabulous. It was just thick with just, yes, good writing. So 20 years ago on NBC, what'd you have? You had NBC, and you had CBS and ABC, and you had Fox, which is starting to come up. And some people had cable, maybe they had HBO. HBO used to play 4 movies every month over and over. HBO sucked, basically, until about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Sopranos, that's when HBO started getting good. 1999, 2000, that's when people started realizing, oh God, HBO was a channel now. HBO wasn't a channel until The Sopranos, really. Someone can argue some other show before, yeah, whatever. Sopranos, that's when they got bam. Side note, just like when Amazon gets the NFL or something huge like that, Prime is going to be the biggest channel in the world. Yeah, Prime. It's going to replace so many channels. Anyway, there was ABC, NBC, CBS, some local shit, Fox. If you had a little money, you got HBO. You know, and Showtime was for the fucking Skinamax at night, or was it Cinemax? Cinemax was for the the Lornos, and MTV was kind of waning, so you had 10 different options, which would seem like a lot. CNN, whatever, 10, 15, 20, main channels people watched. There's 1,000 now. Besides all the regular and HBO has 10 channels, and Showtime has 10 channels, and Netflix, and Prime, and Hulu, and it's free, and this, and YouTube, and people. So right now, we are so distracted with media that media doesn't matter anymore. It's not the main thing. It's who's bringing you the media. It's not that there's a movie so much in the theater, it's that it's being released in the theaters. I don't know what I was talking about. I forgot, but it'll come back to me. But mostly that it's... Oh, yeah. 1998. Seinfeld. Frasier. Even Friends, which is goofy now, was Will and Grace, and these are just NBC. And it was all about the writing. I mean, coming up with new shit. It seemed like the 90s... maybe 80s, but 90s TV was like the 60s for music. It flourished. 90s, early 90s with the grunge, and then TV started just really kicking ass. Mid to late 90s was like the best time in network television. In probably since the 70s. So now it's not about content, it's about brand. Listen to watch the shows now, the biggest shows. They're okay, they're alright. I mean, Modern Family's okay, but it's like it's not gritty anymore. When HBO and those other channels started getting the grit, it diluted the power of the networks. And my favorite thing, if I'm gonna watch anything, is as far as HBO is Game of Thrones. That's about it. I don't care about anything else. To me, everything else is just noise now. I don't want everything. There's great that people want to go see all these movies and all that. I don't care about superheroes, man. Really? Oh God, it just shows that to me it's like everyone so fucking feels so weak that they have to fucking watch superheroes all the time. Oh God, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's enough already. It's unbalanced. when there's no one, two, or three different routes to get to people's ears or their eyes, when there's multiple. So yes, being with multiple like, musicians trying to get you to hear the shit. It was easy 30 years ago, even 15 years ago, before iPod. Record company, you get with the record company, they believe in you, they want to put money in, whatever the fuck that is. They get your records out. You're gonna go tour to support your record, you sell records, you might sell some stuff on tour. That's how you made it. But when it opens up, there's 1,000 different ways to hear music. And where commercials are becoming the hits, the songs we hear on commercials, because those are the ones we hear the most now. Because wherever you listen to music, you're going to hear a commercial. So it's like, I don't want my song as much on the radio as I want on a commercial. I'm just realizing that now. It's like, so you'll be just like listening to regular radio. Okay, you hear all these different types of songs. But then on that channel, you might hear a commercial for motor oil, and it's your song, or a car. Another channel, it's country music, and it's a commercial for a car, same commercial, and it's your song again. And then you listen to the R&B or the rap channels, and then the car commercial comes up, and it's your song. And you got paid for it. It goes against everything that people that grew up with, you don't sell out, you don't do commercials, blah, blah, blah. It goes against all that. But I think almost every day when I wake up, I have to wake up like, I don't know anything that happened before this day. I have all the tools. For some reason I can play, and I know how to say things. But how I want to progress, preconceived notions suck. Unless you make some money, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Unless you can give somebody, this is what I did, an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it got me that. I don't have that. So I'm trying to figure that out. I think part of it is just holding on to old notions that, an artist doesn't do commercials. An artist, rethinking what an artist is. Just like a musician went from being a dude going, playing whatever, being a musician and being part of the band, you can relate that to somebody who worked at Ford, and they worked the job, and they built this part, and they did it for 20 years or 30 years, and they got, that's what they did. And, you were a guitarist for a band, and that's what you did. You'd be like, just like in music now, where, for the last, 20 years, but especially the last 10 years, where people that never knew about how music used to be, they're just growing up now, they're 9, 10 years old, like, oh, this is how you make music. You download this software, and then you do this, and you sample that, and you do that, and you do that, and then you get a website, and then you make a video, and then you figure out how to get more people watch your video, and then you start building a fan base. With that fan base, you see what places you can play and tour, and you charge people. For people who grew up in the 70s and 80s, and even 90s, that's like, huh? That's a lot of work. Like, wait. But that's what the new artist is. I mean, I'd say the first people to really, I don't know who pushed the whole aspect. Probably Bowie. I mean, yes, there's people that recorded full albums before that. I mean, Paul McCartney did his first album, Maybe I'm Amazed, and he played everything on it. It's phenomenal. Harry Nilsson, Without You. I'm not sure, but I think he's doing everything on that goddamn fucking song. Harry Nilsson did everything. He was phenomenal. Now, from just a musical standpoint, a musical point of view, that's great. But now you gotta do all that. I mean, if you really want to fucking not count on everyone else, you can work with people later on. But it's like, nothing's stopping you from doing everything yourself. Then promotion is a whole other thing. And videos. You make a song, if there's no video, there's nothing. unless it's you already have a deal and you submit songs to through your agent or your manager, and they get them in front of A&R people or people that want to license your song for a commercial or for a movie. Blah, 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 blah. If you're doing that, okay. If you're a paid musician who's in the union, you do paid gigs and you read music and everything, okay. But if you want to be an artiste, which everybody else falls in that category. I don't care how great you play. And there's kids who are 12 years old and scales all over the place and everything. It's still much of that. I don't care. Who cares? Did they write this? No, I didn't write this, but did they write this? Did they write this? Girl, or even songs now that are simpler than that are super mega. I don't think you should call them hits anymore. They're soothers. Songs now that people remember are just soothing. They're catchy. They're positive based. They're communal. They're like, hey, let's everyone get together. Imagine Dragons or is it 21 Gun or something? Very big sounding, where the vocals are on the left, and then there's vocals on just always panning on the left and the right, and you got that big sound, and like there's like 10, 20, 50,000 people going, and they're doing something and not really doing anything except for feeling good. But you got the idea that you're doing something. It's just something, and people that's where the music's at now, because you can't make money downloading or what's a CD and what's selling. I haven't paid for music since before 2000, I don't think. Paid for music? Concerts used to be 10, 15, 20 bucks in the 70s. In the 80s, they were less than 20 bucks. I went and saw the Rolling Stones at the Super Bowl for $25 or $30, and that was high, like 30 bucks. My first couple concerts were $17, $18, $19 and change. It would have like $17.50, $20, $25 to see Van Halen in the Diver Down tour. Van Halen, Diver Down, little guitars, 20 bucks, Cobo Hall. Yeah, see, no, it'd be 200 bucks now, 300. This big stadium, and you getting like just yeah, there they are. And even if you're up close, it's like it's not personal, little personal. But I mean, personal is like under 10,000, 11,000. If it's built right at like, I don't know, the Hollywood Bowl, but that's a great place. I mean, that I'm sure everybody who plays there's like it's big, but it's personal, and that's God, that'd be fucking sweet. See, that's the hype. Acting, schmacting, playing your music at the Hollywood Bowl at a sold out concert at night, and you're looking up at stars. Yeah, that's okay. So it's not about the song as much anymore. It's about the whole package. You got to be a producer, a promoter. You know how to fucking make videos. You got to have not just a video. It's got to be good. It's like, if I'm gonna be an actor, I think I'd rather act through my videos with the songs, with the content that I know, as opposed to trying to fucking write some shit that I don't want to write anything unless it's through music. Unless somebody's paying me, I don't have the incentive to. I'm gonna write a TV show. I'm not that guy. But it's like, there's a song, and then there's an idea, and there's videos, and then we can go crazy with it. I'm that guy. You're on the website, of course, and just, keeping a presence on Facebook and Instagram and thatgram and Twitter and Schwatter and Flitter and Flatter and Platter. Should do be. But in the end, excuse me, you still need to know how to play live. And that's what I've been doing lately, playing a lot. Join the Bizand. it's like, I want to say, David Bowie, hold on. I want to say, bring it down. I want to dance. I want to fill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn. I wanna burn for you. Oh, and then I don't want conventional drums. I don't want conventional anything. Just whatever fits the song. Those big kettle drums. Living life can be quite scary. So a bass. Living life can be quite scary, especially ordinary. Oh. So I'm doing that. You better realize just who you are. Who you are. So you hit the ground hard running. All your wildest dreams are coming. No. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. Okay, so where's that? Here we go. Suddenly you hit, so do. Suddenly you hit the ground hard. Suddenly you hit the ground. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your wild, all your wildest fears are coming true. No. All your wild, suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your wildest, all your crazy dreams, all your dreams and schemes. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your dreams and schemes, are coming. True, take a breath. True, dreams and schemes are coming. True, take a breath and let us take a breath and let the sun in. That's why I want to sing. So I'm singing like, I'm gonna try to sing like Bowie, but it's not gonna sound like Bowie. So just because I'm emulating Bowie in my head doesn't mean that I'm doing a good job of it. So I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to fill you with the sweetest romance. I want to learn. I want to burn for. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna love you till the day that I die. Then there's where the snare comes in. Living life can be quite scary, especially when ordinary are. So living life can be quite scary. Living life can be quite scary, especially when ordinary. So easy, ordinary. When you wish upon a star, but then realize just who you are. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your dreams and schemes are coming true. Time to take a breath, let the sun in. Coming true. Time to take a breath and to do. Okay, so I'm changing the words a little bit. I'm changing where the rhyme hits. So suddenly your dreams and schemes. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your dreams and fears fears come running. All your dreams and all your fears and dreams are coming true. Take a time, take a breath and let the sun in. All your suddenly you hit the ground. And I also want to work on doing a lot of just work on if I can make a melody, you know, a different voice out of two different voices, and not do conventional singing notes. Just, you know, Mamas and the Papas, Simon and Garfunkel, Beatles, even System of a Down has a weird mixture of voices that creates that other voice. I want to create that other voice. Not just doing a Mick Jagger where he does the one octave. If I stick my hand in my heart, suicide right on stage. And then, if I stick my hand in my heart, he's yelling the other one, but an octave higher. That's fine. That's like having a backup singer doing the high notes. I think Axl Rose does that a lot, and what's his name? Tyler. So not talking that. I'm talking about there are places I remember all my life. So there's like he's singing some notes that if he didn't have another singer, it would sound off. You need that other voice. So I want that jigsaw vocal where without the other voice, it's kind of like they are singing the wrong notes, but when the other voice is singing those other notes, that's what I'm looking for in vocal and in instrumentation. Sounds more than it is. Simple, few instruments, but sounds bigger than it is. That, to me, I think is one of the keys for me. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your dreams and fears are coming true. Time to take a breath, let the sun in. That's what I want to do. True, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your wildest fears are coming true. Time to take the sun. All your dreams and schemes. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your dreams and schemes are coming true. Time to take a breath, let the sun in. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to sing, I want to die. I want to fill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn, I wanna burn for. I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna love you till the day that I die. I wanna see, I wanna be with living life can be quite scary. Living life can be quite scary. Mentally ordinary, be so ordinary. If you wish upon a star, you better realize just who you are. Who you are. Suddenly you hit the ground hard running. All your dreams and schemes are coming true. Time to take a breath, let the sun in. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I wanna dance, turn around. I wanna sing. I wanna show you how I love everything. I wanna be how I love everything, and then I wanna yearn. I wanna burn for you. I wanna taste of fear. I wanna feel. I wanna know everything that is real. I wanna learn. I wanna burn for you and leave. unconventional. Wow, my ears just heard that note and it wasn't even there. That's fucking freaky. That B flat, that rhyme that rides through there. Be with you. Some sort of instrument. I want to dance. I want to fill you with the sweetest romance. I wanna learn. I wanna learn fall. I wanna sing. It's the climb. I wanna sing. I'm gonna sing. I want to dance. I'm gonna dance. I wanna learn. I wanna burn for you. So I think that's pretty much it. Simplify it, bring down the guitar, bring up the vocals, do some. God, it's a pretty fucking song. I wrote it, but it's a pretty song.